What's up? This is your boy Shon Hart from Living Inspired. I'm here at M.Dot, about to put it down, about to go in here and chop it up with these young entrepreneurs and young professionals who's about to start their career in various areas. I'm just excited to give them some more tools on how to deal with the emotional intelligence, and tell them how to navigate their emotions as they grow in their professions, as they grow personally, and as they grow corporately. So won't you come on in here with me and build and grow and learn as well. I'm out. To that before we get into this, because it has a lot to do with emotion. When I was 17. I was 17 years old on Michigan State campus, and pursuing my career, hoping and preparing myself to go professional, wanting to play professional football. Academics was really not my thing. I did my academics so I could play football, just keep it 100. But I realized that I needed more to it. I didn't want to just be a dumb jock. But anyway, I was at my dorm room, and I received a phone call, probably about 9:30, 10 o'clock after practice, with somebody screaming on the other end of the phone. And at that time, it was my brother's girlfriend, and she was just going hysterical. And I'm trying to make out what she's saying. And you know, somebody who's screaming, in essence, is going to cause your emotions to get all heightened. And, you know, I'm not really sure, but I know that screeching sound. I know it wasn't a sound of joy. I know it was something that was supposed to alarm me, to prepare me for something. So finally, eventually, when she got the words out to tell me, what she told me is that my brother was shot 4 times in the head. And I didn't know he was dead at the time. But you talk about a 17-year-old who's hundreds of miles away from his family. Didn't know, I don't even know how I responded at the time, but I know it wasn't a good look. So when that occurred, it left a scar, you know, in me. I didn't know. 17 years old, I'm trying to navigate my emotions. I'm trying to follow my own career, but here was a stumbling block in my life. I was at a place where I had to make a decision on how I was going to respond forward. So I went to talk to my coaches, and they allowed me the opportunity to go back to Jersey and spend time with my family. And we went through the proceedings, the court proceedings, and the individual who, they did catch him, but the individual who murdered my brother, we in a courtroom. Man, could you imagine me? I'm in the courtroom with my family, and here the gentleman who killed my brother is sitting in the front, and he has the biggest smirk on his face. The biggest smirk, like he really enjoyed what he's doing. The first time I ever heard my dad cry. First time ever. You know, certain men, you know, you just don't see your dad cry. You know, your mom, you expect that. But to hear my dad cry, wail like that, it was earth-shattering. It was earth-shattering. So when that occurred, when that happened, I'm still 17. My mind's still developing. I'm like 2 weeks removed from the hood. You know, grew up in the bad part of New Jersey. No, I wasn't one of those bad dudes. I was saved. You know, I had mentors, people who protected me, but a lot of my people went down that road. But athletics is the thing that kept me out of it. I had a choice to make, but I chose to follow into the footsteps of those who was trying to mentor me to bring me out of that place. So I'm in that courtroom, and this dude is smiling. He is like happy. I'm not sure if he's more happy that my father is welling, or that he has, you know, an audience, and he finally killed my brother. So it made me bitter, and it made me angry. It made me bitter and angry at all prisoners. Didn't know anything about the prison system, but anybody who committed any type of crime, I was like, you know, they need to be in prison for the rest of their life. And you know, they ought to kill them. They ought to put a firing squad on their tail. They ought to give it to them. But what happened years later, I was in a position to where I needed a job. And And I'm a pretty spiritual person, so when I began to pray, I'm like, hey, I want to do something for you to make the world a better place. So his sense of humor, he sends me to a prison. I'm like, man, this is not a good look. I hate prisoners. I hate them. Because I'm still scarred from what happened to me. I'm scarred. And what happened is when I went to the prison and began not to just work, but to serve the very people that I hated, I began and I realized that they are beautiful people too. In spite of my experience, in spite of what I went through, the person who killed my brother was not the person that I was sitting. I had to sit down in front of and talk to child molesters and murderers and rapists, and I just served them. But when I begin to counsel and sit down and dialogue and have questions, and I don't justify what they did, understand I'm still a victim. But I realize that many did not have a chance to make it at all. When you hear the stories of what some of them went through, never had a chance of what they experienced. I was sitting with a young man yesterday. We were sitting in a room with probably about 20 educators, and this one prisoner had to come and present his case why he should get out of solitary confinement or whatever this counseling session he was doing. This young man, reading his file, you're like, why are you telling me these stories? Because it has everything to do with your emotions. Being emotionally intelligent.